So hello everyone, welcome to my new video of C++ STL. This is lecture 2. So we have seen in lecture 1 the introductory lecture where I showed you that what is C++ STL, what all are the container types, what all everything like we saw in the last lecture. And so today we are gonna continue. This was our first part. We saw everything that how a program runs. We saw the basic definition of a C++ STL. Then we saw like what is a C++ STL. We saw all the components what are in STL. Then the like all the components I told you like a short overview of all the four components. So this was what we did in the first part, and today is the second part of our uh, C++ STL, and that is pairs and vectors. So today we are going to start with pairs and vectors. This will be the first lecture where will be the introductory lecture for C++. This so as I have told you that whatever is the matter, C++ STL is one of the best creation done by C++, which helps you, to do many things very easily. So today we are gonna see such a thing. The first part, which is a container, we will be starting with containers. So our first container that we'll be starting with will be a pair. What is a pair? So here there I would add some notes. Let's try to read it. Pair is a C++ STL which makes two values as pairs. That is a very basic definition of a C++ STL's pair container. Okay, so the declaration of a pair, how it is given is given here. How we can declare a C++ STL? You just need to write like this keyword pair. You just need to give the data type here, whatever data type you want to put, and here the name of the pair, whatever will be there. Suppose for example, I will give you one. Suppose we want to make a pair of an integer and a string, so we will write integer string, and suppose p1 is the name of our pair. So this will be the declaration of the one of like declaration of pair. So pair is specially specified under the utility header, and is used to connect two pair values. So here you can see int and string, these both are now connected. Suppose you make a pair of int and string, and suppose it is 1 and a, 2 to b. So this one is connected to a, 2 is connected to b, such. So initializing a pair, how you can initialize, there are two or three methods how you can initialize a pair. You can use a keyword called make pair. I'll give you an example of initialization. So you can just initialize this by it by writing make pair, and you can give the values. Suppose here we declared the pair as int comma string, so I will write 2 comma abc. So now here we have a pair called p1. Okay, you have to write here p1 equal to make pair to abc. Okay, yeah, so this will be first method how you can declare, and one sorry initialize. And there is one more method of initializing, simply how you can write p1 equal to 2 comma abc. So this is also a method of how you can declare a pair. Okay, initialize a pair. You can see here I have written it very clearly. I will be attaching this notes in my comment section, so don't worry. Access the element of pair. How to access the element of a pair? So now suppose you want to access this 2, or you want to access this a b c, right? You can just write simply p1 dot first, and suppose you want to see out this thing. You will getting the output as 2. You are writing p1 dot second, you will be getting the output as a b c. So this is how you can access the elements of the pairs individually also. Now you have I have given an example here. So yeah, one more thing that I want to tell you in a pair is that I'm telling point by point. First we saw what is a pair, we saw declaration of a pair, we saw initialization of a pair. Now I'll be telling you some extras, that is you can just copy a pair. How you copy simple data, like suppose I have a equal to 2 and you have an integer b. You want to copy this 2 to b also, so you can directly write b equal to a. Here now b, this value will also be equal to 2, right? But any change in 2 sorry in b, will it make an effect to a? Obviously no, right? Similarly here also you have a, a method where you can just simply make one pair as a copy of like existing pair. So suppose you have a pair, this p1, you had two abc. I will make a second pair called pair int comma string, and suppose let's name it as p2. So suppose I want to copy the components of p1 into p2, I'll just write p2 equal to p1, or here also you can directly write p2 equal to p1 and end it. So this is how you can copy a pair also. Now any change made in p2 will not affect in p1 as it is not a pointer, right? So yeah, it is a pass by, like it is a like a value thing, it is not a reference thing. If you take the reference, yeah, then it will make effect in both the places. So you can see here I have written that, especially I have written also mentioned this thing, that pair is, suppose if I write and p1 equal to p, this is called by reference, and here that will make effect in both p and p1. Both p and p1 will change if p1 is changed. Okay, so yeah, this was the point. Then we have why pair. This question comes that why do we need pair. So come, let's check it out, that why do we need pair. Pair is used to maintain relations between any two value. Obviously, you want to make, relations. Pair is very important. So let's see what kind of relation is needed. Suppose, for example, I have an array. I have an array 1, 2, 3. I have an array A2, that is 3, 4, and 5. I am telling you that swap my first element with the last element, and same thing you have to do in a2 also. And okay, yeah, same thing you have to do in a2 also. What can you do so that you do in a1 also, it affects here also? See, if I do individually, then I have to swap this. I have to write like this: swap a1 of 0 comma a1 of, this is second element. And similarly I have to give here for a2 also, right? Comma a1 a2 of 2. If I give this, then these both value will be swapped, right? But what if I make a pair? Suppose if I make a pair, okay, I make a pair, I write pair int comma int, okay, and I write this pair can be anything, right? I told you that suppose we are declaring an array, okay. How you declare an array? Int a of suppose I give 2. Okay. Similarly, please hear my words very carefully. Similarly, this is what, this is data type, right? Data type or data structure, whatever you want, or data structure if you want to put, you can put data structure. So instead of int, can I write pair int comma int, and then I can give a and size 2? Yeah, this is right. This is right syntax. This is nothing wrong. These both are right. Okay, so don't get into confusion if you see a array of pair. This is nothing but an array of pair. Usually you will get to see vector of pairs, but here just for an example I am telling you that why do we need pairs, right? So suppose you want to do that thing, right? If I do this, I give here suppose the size as 3, and I write here that the name is a, right? So a1 dot make pair, and I give as that the value was what? The value was 1 3. I give as 1 3. So I am doing nothing. I am making these as a pair. See, 1 3 2 4 3 5. I'll make this as a pair. I'm going gonna do nothing else. Then I will give a let's say a0, a1 dot make pair. Here it will be 1 3 2 4 and 3 5, right? So 2 4 3 5. Similarly here it will be, and here it will be a2 dot make pair, right? So yeah, once you do this, you have something like this ready for you, an array which will be having 1 3, you will be having 2 4, and you'll be having 3 5 individually, right? This will be something like how a visual representation, how it will be. So yeah, you can see here how I have done this thing. You can see here easily that I have a array called p array of size 3, and its data structure is nothing but pair int comma int. Okay, and how can we declare in code? We can just write the name. The 0th index is 1 comma 2, 2 comma 3, and 3 comma 4. As I told you that there are two methods of initialization, so we can do this also, right? Okay, so once you do this, you have a data structure ready, something like this. Now if I write anything, any change in both the sides, it will be very easy for me, right? Okay, so yeah, now we have taking input. Yeah, it's easy. P dot first and P dot second. As I told you, you can access the elements like this. So yeah, you can just take the input also similarly. So yeah, this was all about pairs, like a basic introductory lecture for pair. And so what all we saw first, what is a pair? What is a pair? We saw. Then we saw that what Then we saw that how can declaration of pair. We saw initialization, some extras we saw, that is copying pair, and at last we saw nothing but, yeah, we also saw that accessing the elements of a pair, and at last what we saw is that why do we need, what, why to use pair. Okay, there will be many instances where you need a pair, right? Believe me, sometimes directly in question itself they say that there is a pair of this, that, something like that. Okay, this is time that we see that how the code of a pair is going to work. We will see the different things that we have discussed for a pair. And okay, so this is a C++, basic program, that how a pair can be implemented. You can see that here I have used int and char as a, I'm making the pair of int and character data type. The name of my pair is pair1. This is a definition of pair, as I told you. This is the initialization part, the first part of the arc. As I told you that we can take like this. Okay, if not like this, you can just write simply, you can just write cn, this whole part, pair dot first. Okay, you can take from user also. Okay, then, and you can, one you can take from user, one you can assign, whatever you want to do you can do by yourself. Okay, there is no like restriction on it. This will run also, this will give no error. So suppose if I run this out, it is asking me for, the first value. Suppose I give 5, and you can see that it is printing 5 comma g. Okay, so yeah, this is one way. Then I told you that there is a make pair way also. Okay, let's check that we can just write, uh, pair one, this one equal to make underscore pair, and you can just give the values, that is, suppose if I give 2 comma G. Okay, so yeah, let's check this whether this works or not. Now here it can give an error because already if we are giving this. Okay, so yeah, you can check that 2 comma G it is printing. There is no such error. This is one way. Then one more way that I told you was just you can simply, write in pair one equal to, just simply you can give it in a curly braces also. This is the make pair way. Okay, let's check that way also. Pair one equal to, in this you can just write 2 comma like this. Okay, this will also work, this will also not give any error. And then we give it C out, and yeah, you can see. So there are many different ways by which you can declare the pair. This was it. Then suppose you have a second pair. Okay, suppose you have a second pair also. I give it here. Okay, I have a second pair called pair 2. Okay, pair 2, and I want to copy my whole pair 1 into it. I can just write here equal to pair 1. Okay, and this will copy that whole pair, okay, into it. And suppose then I give, I give the output of this, it will be same as that. So pair 2, just I need to write like pair 2. Okay. Now suppose if I give a run, it will be giving me 2g 2g two times. But if I do any change here, suppose if I do any change here, I just copy. Okay, this line pair two dot first. Okay, suppose first I'm copying from pair one, and then I'm changing the value of my pair two's first element to 100, and then I give a C out. Then you can check that here 2g and 100g. This is also running. So these are all the various things that you can perform with a pair. Okay, and the copying thing also you saw. But here, suppose if I give again the output for this, it won't, that pair one won't change. Like you have changed pair two, this doesn't mean that your pair one will also change. Okay, don't get confused. You can check this out again. See, pair one is still 2g only. It is not changing as we changed pair two. Okay, but suppose if I give here and, suppose I give here and, now everything will, like, see, now here, see, now pair 1 also got changed, because now here we are using a pointer. Okay, we are using a pointer to copy my pair 1 into pair 2. Okay, this is by reference we are copying reference. Okay, yeah, so this was all about pairs, how you can get everything. And this is only pairs is not a very big topic, but we can, suppose if I get something more, I will be telling you that also in more detail in further videos. So that's all for pair. Thanks for watching today's video. Keep watching. Vectors video will be soon uploaded. I guess today only both videos will be uploaded. So, and keep coding. Jai Hind.